does not help our learning. Any question? Wait until there's nobody there. Okay, so we are talking about adding and subtracting groups of 10 and then counting on in order to subtract. Okay, we've been practicing counting up by 10, counting down by 10s. Rudy, if you come and sit here so you can be closer and hear me, just make sure you're not chit-chatting or messing around with my friend Louise over there. Why don't you just turn your chair all the way to face me, and that way you're not apt to get distracted. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so we've been talking about tens. Okay, if I say 34 minus 24, you would say 10 because let's hold on. Okay, if I said 34 minus 24, 34 minus 24, right away you should actually know that's 10 because 4 and 4 is the same. You know that's 4. 3 minus 2. Y'all should know that. 3 minus 2 is 1. Oh, sorry. 4 and 4 cancel each other out is what I meant because they're the same. They cancel each other out. 3 minus 2 is 1. So you have 10 left. Okay? So we should be getting better and better and faster about adding and subtracting in those groups of 10, in the hundreds, in the ones, just by taking away one place value at a time. Right? And that's not so scary. Amy, put that down. Come on, hen. Get ready. Okay. So today we're going to practice subtracting 2 10s. Then we're going to practice, keep going. Has your alarm gone off yet? Turn the page, keep going. Then we're going to subtract 3 10s and more and more and more. We're going to keep going. So I want Tahiti to turn around and pay attention to me. Okay? Louise, I think it would help you not be so confused on the new materials if you just chose to at least sit up and watch so that you can get ready. Oh my goodness, Louise. This is very dramatic. No. Okay. So first graders need to stop and do their sprint. Stop their sprint and turn the page and do their problem set. Okay? All right. Remember, things get harder as we keep learning. We don't need to be scared. We don't need to be upset. Sometimes we might need to take a deep breath and walk away, but for a second and come back. No, I don't want to see it. Go do your sprint. Go do your problem set. I don't want to see it. Go do your problem set. You'll turn that into me on Dojo. First graders, it is not your chit chat time. Please get on task. Cambry, that means you too. All right. So things might get hard because they're a little bit different. We don't need to freak out. We just need to take a deep breath. And realize that sometimes our brains might have this moment of panic as things get a little bit tougher and scarier. But we don't need to be scared because once we start paying attention and realize our brains will learn. Okay, and in fact, our brains need that moment of scary sometimes before they can learn. Okay, I need Sophia to stop that. I need Sophia to focus and pay attention. Thank you. So we're going to be looking at new things, and that's okay. All right, if we have the number 34. I need Ashlyn, wake up. Okay, if we have the number 34, we're going to say 34 the say 10 way. Okay, we're going to be saying 34 the say 10 way. And Jaya, do you remember the say 10 way? You got to mute yourself real quick. Come on.
I don't really.
Oh, she is just raising her hand for the sake of raising her hand. Okay, the say 10 way is where we say those place values, those groups of 10. Okay? So in 34, and now you go quickly. In 34, you say 3 10s and 4 1s. Right? If I had my little runnerack, my little beads, Amy, come on. My little beads, I would have 3 beads here in the 10s, and I'd have 4 in the 1s. Right? 34. 3 10s and 4 1s. That would be my say 10 ways where I would say those place values. Okay? So what if I said, what if I add 2 more 10s? Don't freak out, man. Don't freak out. Add 2 more 10s. So now instead of 34, I have 5 10s and 4 1s, which is, keep going, 54. I need Sophia to quit looking at Amy. Do our work up here. Amy, please stop trying to distract all your neighbors. Okay. Can I get Sophia to look back up at me? And I want Sophia to say, oh, look, we added 2 10s to our 3 10s. Now we have 5 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54. Was that scary? No, it doesn't need to be. Go turn the page. I don't want you guys up here showing me each page you do. Go. Go. Do the next page. Try it before you come up to me begging me. Because the first 2 you actually should have done already because I did them on the board. All right. So, what if I had 2 more 10s? 2 more 10s. Turn and talk to your neighbor real quick. Tell your neighbors what you think it'll be. So, Rudy, you're going to have to talk to Luis. If Luis talks back, that's his choice. Amy, you're going to talk to them. Hurry up, quit wasting time. Amy, come on. Blow your nose. Don't do whatever that is. Just blow it. Okay, Rudy, whisper your answer to me. Ooh, try again. Look again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We added 2 more. 6. 7. Okay, if you guys listened, I kind of gave you the answer. I wasn't thinking you were listening. I was thinking you were talking to your partners. Yeah, right. You always listen. Don't even. Okay. 5 plus 2 is 7, right? 5, 6, 7. 7 10s, 4 1s would be 74. 74. Okay. Okay, if we're adding 2 to the 10s place, if I were to write that down, look, if I had 54 and I said add 2 to the 10s place, you'd actually be adding 20, right? Because 2 10s is 20 and 0 1s. Does it change your answer at all between when I say add 2 10s here or add 2 10s there? No, your answer stays the same, 74. But mind blown, 2 10s is 20, right? Don't be so scared. You don't need to be scared. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. I love you, I love you, I love you. Go away, go away, go away. Okay, so let's talk about how this is going to help us when we're adding and subtracting. So there's a purpose that we're doing this, and the purpose is not just so Miss Kennison can torture you. Okay. The purpose is so that it makes your life easier when you're adding. Okay? When it makes your life easier. So if we have the problem, let's see, 26 plus 30. You might look at that problem and you might freak out. Don't freak out. Don't be scared. Okay? Because when you look at these numbers in their place values, you break up the 26 into their groups of 10. How many groups of 10 are there? Rudy? 2, which would be 20. And how many ones? Sophia? 6. Okay? So you guys actually can do those two problems. You can do your 10s together. So 20 plus 30. Okay? And then you can do your 1s, which is 6 plus 0. Right? 6 plus 0. Okay? Which we already know is 6, so we don't even really need to do that. Turn the page and do the next one. Okay? Kenny, are you going to start going by Alex? Unless you're going to change your name to Alex, I need you to write Jimmy on your papers. Now, you can write Jimmy Alex, but don't write Alex by itself unless you're changing. You want to start everybody call you Alex instead of Jim. Okay? And go do your work, please. All right. So 30 plus 20. 30 plus 20. Louise, do you think you're ready to help me do this? 30 plus 20. Now, don't be scared. You guys already know your 1's place because it's 1 plus, or it's 0 plus 0, which is, Louise, what's 0 plus 0? Nothing, right? It's 0. It's 0. Okay, and then we're going to add our 10s, which is 2 plus 3. Which is 2 plus 3. So Haiti. 50 or 5, right? Because we already have our 0, and when we put our 5 there, right there, now it becomes 50. Very good. Very good. Do we need to be scared? No. Are we done yet? No. So now, turn around, Sophia. Turn around, Sophia. We're not talking with our neighbors. We still have to add this one. Turn around, Sophia. Do not make me ask you again. I'm going to ask you the first 3 times. Don't turn around and do it again. Right? I'm looking right at you. Now you need to take your 50 and you add that 6. Guess what? It hops right into that place where the 0 is, and your answer is, Sophia? Oh my goodness, she did it. And then your answer to your problem is 56. Did we need to be scared? No. What do you mean you can't do that question? You literally just did it. Oh, you do it. Okay. Okay. If you when you get really used to doing that, we add. Oh, sorry. And this is what I like to do, and you guys can get used to this later. I like to add the place values by stacking them on top of each other. Because when you stack them on top of each other, then you can add your place values straight down. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. And you did the same thing as right here. We just wrote it all out. You just did your place values straight down. He's having a meltdown because we're learning new things. And that's scary. It's scary to learn new things, but we just need to take a deep breath and do the work. Right? It's scary at first. You don't need to be scared. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, so that's doing it the number bond way. Another way you could do this is using that arrow method. Right? That arrow method when we do 26 and we'd say, okay, first I'm going to add 10. I'm going to add 3 10s. So I could say plus 10. Now I'm at 36. Plus 10 more. Now I'm at 46. Plus 10 more. Now I'm at 56. And I use the arrow method to come up with the same answer. So there's multiple ways to Haiti without sticking your hands in your desk and not banging them down that you can do this. Okay? Mr. Squatrito. Anaya, what are you doing? You do not belong randomly in the middle on the floor. Could you please see what the heck they're doing? Could you, please? Okay. Sit in your seat and do your work. There's no reason you should ever be talking to Jimmy and sitting in the middle of the floor over there. Okay. Second graders, we're going to keep going.
Good.
That was scary. That was new. That was fun. We're going to keep doing it. Woo-hoo! Okay, math should be fun. At first, it might be a little scary sometimes, and that's okay, as long as we take that deep breath and remind yourself that we don't have to be scared. We don't have to be scared. We just need to figure out what is it that I know to solve what I don't. And I know that we practice adding in our place values. So that's how we can look at these problems and not be so scared. Okay? We can look at the problem. 38 plus 40. And we don't have to be scared. We could look at that problem and go, oh my gosh, it's so scary. But we're not going to, because we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to say, okay, how is it that I use what I know to solve what I don't? If I say this to say 10 1 3 8s, 10 1s, right? And then 4 10 0 1s. Okay? So I'm going to break 38 up into its 3 10s, which is 30, and the 8 1s. And now I'm going to add those 10s. I'm going to say 30 plus 40 equals, okay, all you're doing is really 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4, what's 3 plus 4? Who remembers? Who remembers? Yeah, Valerie, you should know 3 plus 4. And if for some reason it's not coming to you, then you stick 4 in your head, bloop, and 3 on your fingers. 4. Now we all should actually know this. 3 plus 4, we should know our below 10s by heart. Okay? Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 30 plus 40 is 70. Oh my gosh. And then we do our 70 plus that 8. That 8 helps right into that 0. It becomes what, Sophia? 78. Very good. Okay, or you could do it the arrow method. Okay, 38. And we're going to jump 4 groups of 10. 38 plus 10 would be 48. Plus 10 would be 58. Well, I feel like I didn't give myself enough room. Hold on. Oh, man. 38 plus 10 is 48. Plus 10 is 58. So far, I've added 2 10s. Plus another 10 is 68. I've added 3 10s. Plus 10 more is 78. Guess what? I just added my 4 10s. I said 38 plus 48, or 40, equals 78. Very good. We don't need to be scared. We can use what we know to solve what we don't. We've been practicing our place values. We've been practicing our place values, so it's not brand new. It looks a little different sometimes, and that's okay. It just means we need to take a deep breath in order to try to figure out what it is that we're doing, okay? And right now, we're adding in those place values. What if we do a subtraction sentence? Whoa. Can we do that? Oh, Amy. Oh, Amy. Don't be a negative Nancy over there. Don't be a negative Nancy. If we can add up our place values, we can subtract down our place values. Okay. Amy, guess what? If you can add, you can subtract. And we're going to use the same strategy, and it's not going to be scary. It's not going to be scary. Okay? So I'm going to start with 54 minus 20. And before you go, and freak out, we're going to say, okay, wait a minute. What do I know? What can I use to solve what I don't? Okay, I know that I can use my place values in order to add and subtract and make it less scary. Okay? In order to add and subtract, sorry, I know I tell you guys not to do this. I'm just trying to do it so it shows up on the computer a little bit better. Okay, 54 minus 20. So guess what? We do the exact same thing, but instead of adding and making our number get bigger, we're going to subtract and make our number get smaller. So we're going to break this up. How many tens are in 54? Ashley, 5 tens. That makes it become 50. And how many ones, Sophia? 4. Very good. Now, don't forget, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Always, always, always check your sign. Otherwise, you might do these beautiful addition problems when really you should be subtracting. And you'll bring your book to me and you'll say, oh, Miss Kennison, look what I did. I did my wonderful work. And I'd say, well, you did some work. It's not what you're supposed to do. Jahidi, no. Take your arm off of your head. You need to be alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. And yes, enthusiasm is required because we're doing math. And it's so fun. Okay, so Miss Jahidi, since you're trying to sleep in my class, what's my next step? Shh. What's my next step? I'm going to do what? And I split it up into the tens and the ones. I'll give you a hint. You're going to start with the 50. What am I going to do next? Am I doing a plus problem? This is what I just said. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sophia, turn around. What is this problem? What is this, Jahidi? What? What? Does that look like an equal sign? What is this? That's an equal sign. What is this? Minus or subtract. So Jahidi should say minus. And then we're doing this place value. Our tens. What, Louise? What, Louise? I'm not answering that question. 50 minus 20. Guess what? It's the same process as when we added, except by this time, instead of going up, we're going back, right? We're going back. So if we have 50 and we take away 20, turn around, Sophia. If you turn around and talk to Jahidi one more time, I am switching your desk today. Am I clear? Okay. 50, take away 20. 10, 20. I have 10, 20, 30. Right? So 50 minus 20 equals 30. Guess what? Do you have anything to subtract from the 4 tens? I mean the 4 ones? No, I don't have anything to subtract. So you just add those back in 34. Okay? You just hop those back in there. Your 30. You don't have anything to subtract from our ones column. So it's plus 4, 34. Amy, can you please wait for 3 minutes? You can hold up for 3 minutes. That would be wonderful. Okay, because we're going to do, so if we are going to do it this way, the minus 10 way, What, 34.
You weren't just supposed to do your sprint.
You were told to move on and do your problem set. As soon as that.
I've already told her twice.
Oh my goodness. Okay, minus 10. 54 minus 10 would be 44.
Right.
Minus 10 would be
8 plus 7.
34. Right? Because we subtracted 20. So 54
Right. Was your Chromebooks first grader?
minus 20.
Do not know
34.
your math if you are not done.
Okay. All right.
And
Second graders, we'll do our workbook page for this tomorrow. Okay, I can also send you another lesson on this whole thing if you're getting